Alright guys, so this video is going to be a little different. As we know, the whole entire nation and world is in crisis right now. I'm currently socially isolating myself. I'm a little bit stir crazy at home, and so I decided it's definitely time to do some declutters. So today we're going to tackle this drawer. This is my primer and setting spray drawer, and this is definitely going to be like an impromptu video because I'm not feeling good. I don't feel like showing my face. I literally am so miserable. So I'm trying to stay positive and do something productive, which I think we all can do things like this while we're stuck in our homes. A little bit of spring cleaning, especially if you're a beauty lover, and maybe this would be like satisfying to watch during this time. I did take your advice, and I'm putting you guys on a tripod so that I'm not shaking the entire time and you don't have to see like camera shakes. I mean, I think that's a halfway decent angle. Hopefully you guys can see. I do have dividers in the bottom of this drawer, and so I want this to be organized by type of primer. It was at one point. This was like illuminating, hydrating, mattifying, etc. So I kind of have to get a lot of this out of here if I want to get back to that format. Also, in my videos during this time, I want to do more giveaways. So we're going to have another Notification Fam giveaway in this video. As you can see, I have 3 sprays up here from Scandinavia. They accidentally sent me duplicates, so one of you guys is going to win a pack of primer sprays from me. Well, actually, it's a makeup primer spray, a makeup finishing spray, and a makeup remover spray, which is really interesting. And there's potentially some more that I can add in that are untouched in here as well. But if you guys want to enter, I will leave the rules in the description box. But my Notification Fam giveaway rules are usually always the same. Make sure you are subscribed, you comment on this video within the first 7 hours of it going up, and leave your Instagram handle in that comment so that I can find you and DM you. So basically how I have this set up right now is my primers are on the left side of the drawer, the sprays are on the right side, and backups are in the back. Now certain sprays I do go through very, very quickly, like the Urban Decay All Nighter, so the backups will remain backups because I go through them so quickly. But I do have some duplicates in here that I think I should either give away or donate. And definitely there's got to be some expired stuff in here. So hopefully I can make a dent without, you know, hurting my soul too much as a makeup lover. This is going to be, it's going to take me a minute. But I'm going to take everything out of this drawer and put it on my desk. And then in order to organize it, I'm going to put everything back in the drawer, if that makes sense. Sometimes I think that's a little more efficient than just like picking through the drawer. I'm overwhelmed a little bit. Wow. So this is what we're working with. Definitely need a little help here. So what I'm going to do is try to do the sprays first, I think, and then I will do the primers, and I'll basically show you guys what I'm putting back into the drawer, and then I'll let you guys know what I am not putting back into the drawer. Hopefully that's a good way to kind of go through my collection with you guys and let you know what I think is worth it and what I didn't really get a lot of use out of. I think I'm going to start with backups first. I'm just going to put like the boxed new products back into the back of the drawer, and then we'll put the sprays in, and then we'll organize the primers. Alright, so you guys can see I have the backups of sprays over here and primers over here. We're going to try to like stay within that theme. So some primer backups I have are the Benefit Professional, so I'm going to put these in over there. So Urban Decay is my favorite setting spray, so I will put the Urban Decay up front. I do have some travel ones, and I do take them when I travel, so I like to put those in the back with the backups. Now I have to kind of keep the taller items towards the outsides of the drawer. That's just the way that my unit is set up. So I'm going to put some of the taller setting sprays like this Tarte Double Duty Beauty. I really like this one, towards like the edge of the drawer. And then I have this Smashbox primer spray. I do have too many Smashbox sprays, so I want to keep this original one, and then I have to make some decisions on the other ones that I have. Some other definite keepers are the Huda Beauty setting spray and the Dewy set from Anastasia. This has a coconut vanilla scent that I love so much. This is kind of tall, so again, I put it towards the edge, and this is really pretty, so I put it towards the front. So this is the only Too Faced spray that I'm going to keep because the Hangover X ingredients are my favorite. I'm going to get rid of a couple of the others just because one thing they need to get right is the sprayer on these. They leak and therefore they get all over everything. If they didn't leak, I would probably be obsessed with them, but these sprayers are really, really leaky and that drives me insane. But what I do with this is honestly spray it into my hands, let it kind of leak, and then use it as a primer when I'm out of my typical hangover primer, which I'm always out of, and I'm out of it right now. So I know I would regret getting rid of this. It's also tall, so I'm going to put it towards the edge. So I have the Ofra Makeup Fixer. I love this. It smells so good. It's also another tall one, so I'm going to put it towards the edge. Then I have my Skindinavia sprays. I have the makeup primer and the makeup finishing spray. Both of these are going to stay. Now, some of the best setting sprays from the drugstore are the Catrice setting sprays. I have the illuminating one over by my vanity because I use it every day. One of these is unopened, one of them is opened, so I'm going to put the unopened ones towards the back. I don't know if this one's been opened yet. I'm going to put these over here together. Another drugstore setting spray that's very popular is the Pixie Mist. So I have a bunch of different ones here. I think I've let a couple of them go a little bit too long, so the new ones that I have I'm going to keep, and then the older ones, I think it's time to get rid of them. I've had them for a while. I haven't been using them, so they're very separated. So I'm going to look at these and see which ones are fresh and keep them in my collection and hopefully dip into them more because I've been neglecting some of these. So I'm going to keep the Glow Mist. That one's definitely my favorite from Pixie. I'm also going to keep the Makeup Fixing Mist. This right here is completely unopened. It is the Rose Glow Mist. I'm going to add this to the primer spray giveaway. And I'm going to get rid of the older ones of the Makeup Fixing Mist and Glow Mist. I have 3 sprays from LA Girl. I haven't tried any of them yet. One of them is a shimmer spray, and I don't think I'm going to need this because I have a shimmer spray that I really like in my collection already. So I'm going to add the shimmer spray to the giveaway. It's going to be interesting sending all these liquids in the mail, but hopefully we can do that. I'm definitely more interested in this primer spray that says it's hydrating and it's a prep and hydrate, and then we do have a setting spray. This one is to fix and set makeup. I'm keeping both of these because I'm trying to explore drugstore products and let you guys know what I like. I just need to try them out. Actually, you know what? There's another shimmer spray, so I'm going to keep one of the shimmer sprays. Hopefully I will get some use out of it, but one of them is in the giveaway for you guys. One of them is in the drawer. I have this Cream Shop Watermelon Gel Spray, and I actually really liked this. I used it, I think, in an Instagram video or Get Ready With Me. I can't really remember, but I did like it, so I'm going to keep trying this, and if I continue to like it, it might move its way up in the drawer. So I love the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is the Jeffree Star one. Now, while I absolutely love the scent of this, for whatever reason, the sprayer kind of squirts a little droplet every time that I spray it. It's not as fine as the regular Morphe mist. I still do like it, and as long as I remember that the first spray has that little droplet, then it's fine. So I'm going to keep that in here. We have some more drugstore primers that I have not tried yet, and again, well, actually a couple of these I have tried. I like the Wet n Wild Coconut one. I want to keep these in my collection so I can do a full face of drugstore makeup and again kind of discover some affordable stuff. I have not tried the Wet n Wild matte one yet. I do like the Wet n Wild coconut one. I have not tried the Rimmel Stay Matte. Actually, I think I'm going to pop this into the giveaway because it's unopened. Why not? We'll have a matte one in the lineup, and then we have this CoverGirl one. I have a MAC Fix Plus. This is the Cherry Blossom one. I'm going to keep this one in the front because it's really pretty packaging. And then I have this e.l.f. Dewy Mist. I can't remember if this had like a nice spray to it or not. That's going to be the determining factor here. Let me spray it behind the camera because I don't want to get it on my glass. It's a little aggressive, but it's nothing too bad, so I am going to keep that as well. I have another drugstore one. This is the L'Oreal Shake and Glow Dew Mist, and I think I really did like this in the summer, so I'm going to keep that. I haven't even opened this yet. This is the ColourPop All-Star Matte and Blur Face Setting Spray. So I'll have to give this a go. This is another affordable option, and I can definitely do like a full face of ColourPop. And then these are two new brands to me. There is a Plant Apothecary, I think that's the name of this brand, and then this is In Beauty Project. I have not tried either of these. This is a dual phase setting mist, and this is a Refresh Organic Toning Face Mist with cucumber and rose water. So I'll pop these in here so they can get some use, maybe discover some new brands. And then these were the Smashbox primer waters that I needed to make a decision on. They're the Nicole Concilio ones. While I did love them, they are a few years old now, so I think I'm only going to keep one, and I'm going to keep the So Chill Coconut because I'm a coconut lover, and I love the packaging of this, and clearly I'm not getting through both of them, so I will keep that one and hopefully get some use out of it in the summer because it's more summery and nostalgic. And then I'm going to keep the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Mist. I will keep this in here, and then this I think I'm going to put into my body care drawer. This is a shimmer spray from the Smashbox Velada collection. Again, it's a couple years old, so if I don't use it this summer, I will be getting rid of it, but I really like the shimmer effect that this has on the skin, so I'm going to put it in my body care drawer. Alright, so these are the sprays that I am getting rid of. I'm getting rid of the two big Too Faced ones. There's a peach one, and then I think that was from a special collection. Both of them have the same sprayer that I don't like, so I'm not going to keep these. I do have an Ofra spray, but I prefer when my sprays are not powders mixed with a liquid. I like when there's a suspending agent in the water, so I don't think I'm going to keep that. I'm going to give it to a friend. And then we are getting rid of that Smashbox Nicole Concilio. We're getting rid of the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray because this leaves dots on your face. Getting rid of the two older Pixie ones, and we're getting rid of a Charcoal Fix Plus from MAC. I'm going to keep these drugstore sprays. They just got like looked over. Alright, so we're going to kind of go along and make this up as we go. I do want to start with hydrating because hydrating is my favorite form of primer. So I am going to put my Wet n Wild Hydrating Serum in here. I also have a backup, so I'm going to put that in with the backups. I have the Smashbox Primer Oil. It's one of my all-time favorite hydrating primers. It gives your skin that dewy finish. Another favorite is this NYX Bear With Me Jelly Primer. If you guys haven't seen this, it's such an odd texture, especially when you take it out of here and put it on your face. But I love this. It's a kind of gripping primer, a lot like the Milk Makeup one, which also is going to go in here. So these are both First Aid Beauty. There's an Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer and Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. Both are hydrating, so they're both going to go in here. And this is going to get kind of messy, I have a feeling, because I do have a lot, and I am willing to let go of some, but not all. This is actually a backup, so it's going to go back here. We're going to hop into another category because it's hard to like pick out just the hydrating ones. So right next door we're going to do illuminating. We're going to start with the Luminous Blur Stick from Milk Makeup. This is the Banana Bright Primer from Ole Henriksen. This is almost gone, unfortunately. I really like this for illuminating and brightening. And then we have the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. The putty primers are definitely a win in my book. They're some of my favorite from the drugstore. Also illuminating from the drugstore, we have this Milani Soft Focus Complexion Enhancing Primer. This is in the shade Nude Glow. This was definitely a drugstore favorite for a long time, and I love that for illuminating. Then we have a new Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the illuminating one. We have a mattifying primer from First Aid Beauty. That's going to go in the matte section. We have the e.l.f. Putty Primer. This is the poreless one. I'm going to put this over here. This is going to be like a pore reducing section. For the mattifying section, we have the Keep Me Matte from Catrice, and we have the CoverGirl True Blend Mattifying Primer. This is one that I have not tried yet from the drugstore. I'm not much of like a mattifying primer kind of girl. Sometimes I do the pore ones, but I am definitely more of a dry skinned human being. So I have a Smooth and Blur from Smashbox. I'm going to put in the pore smoothing section, along with the No Problem from Touch and Soul, the Minimize Pores from Smashbox, and Goodbye Pores, which is kind of like a dupe from Catrice. We have a Laura Mercier Pure Canvas. This is a hydrating primer. And I have the Makeup Forever Base Step 1. This is a smoothing primer. I'm going to put it in with the pore reducing ones. Then we have the Urban Decay. This is the Longwear Foundation Grip. This is a gripping primer, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I don't know where to put this. It's kind of like a smoothing, so I guess I'm going to put it in with the pore smoothing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this in its own section, kind of perfecting, we're going to call it, because I have the perfecting primer from Laura Mercier. This is kind of like a generic primer. And then we have the CoverGirl hydrating, so we're going to put this in the hydrating section. I have some new primers from Revlon. We have a mattifying, pore reducing, and we have a perfecting and smoothing. So the mattifying I'm going to put in here, and the perfecting I'm going to put back here. We have another perfecting and smoothing. This is from Lancome. I'm going to put it back here. A lot of these do the same thing. This Porefessional is very old, so I'm actually going to probably unbox that one if I don't have another one. I'm going to throw this one away. I think it's actually expired. We have the Good Molecule Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. I'm just going to put it back here because it's tall. This I'm going to use a lot more in the summer. This is the Pure Canvas from Laura Mercier with SPF in it. I'm going to put it back here. I have the Brightening and Skin Tone Evening from Revlon. That's going to go ahead and go in the illuminating section, along with one of my favorites. This is the Strobe Cream from MAC. This is also illuminating. Then we have Even Skin Tone from Smashbox. I'm going to go ahead and put that in with Perfecting. I have a Correct My Redness. This has not been opened yet. I'm going to put it back here because I don't really have that problem, so I'm probably going to give that away. I have the e.l.f. Illuminating Primer. This is going to go in here. I also have the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Blurring, so I'm going to put that with the Goodbye Pores. One of my favorite primers is this really weird Origins product. This is a Pore Perfecting Cooling Primer. I'm going to go ahead and put this in with the pore primers. It is really cool. And then I have the Illuminating Porefessional. I'm going to put in the illuminating section. I also have the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer to put in this section. Then I have the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Power Primer. This is an Essence Primer. I'm going to go ahead and put it back here with the Perfecting ones. Another one of my favorite hydrating primers is the Smashbox Primerizer. This is a moisturizer and primer. I wish I had more room in my hydrating section. I think I'm going to sneak this next door because it looks like I have some space in my sprays. I'm going to keep that there for now. I have the Ofra Rodeo Drive Primer. This is illuminating. Same thing, I kind of don't have a ton of room for these ones that stand up, but I will do my best. I have the Makeup Forever Hydrating Base. I don't have much room for them, but I did find some more sprays. I found this Caudalie Elixir, and I found two mini Slay All Days from Gerard Cosmetics. These are watermelon and mango, and I have not tried them yet, so I'm keeping both of them. I love my fruity scents. I have another pore reducing primer from Touch and Soul. This is the No Problem Primer Essence. I have a Glow and Do It primer. This is an illuminating one from Soap and Glory. And I have the new Benefit Porefessional Hydrating Primer. These are from Amazing Cosmetics. They are primers and highlighters. I wish I had more room in my illuminating section. I think what I'm going to do is just keep the rose one, and I'm probably going to let go of the glow one. I have the Radiance Primer from Smashbox that also is illuminating, and the Illumi Glotion from L'Oreal that is illuminating. I have the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer and the Hourglass Veil Mineral Base Primer. Both of these I'm just going to consider perfecting, and they're also tall, so I'm going to put them in the back. I have the Tarte Base Tape. This is another hydrating primer. Honestly, I don't have a lot of mattes, so I'm just going to stick this back here because I'm running out of room in the hydrating one. I have a cooling matte peach one from Too Faced we're going to keep in there. I have an anti-wrinkle line blur perfector from Rakuten. I'm going to put that in the pore free zone, as well as a Tarte Shape Tape Balm primer that's also going to go in the pore reducing section. I have the Cover FX blurring primer. If I don't use it soon, I am going to get rid of this because I have not used it. I'm going to keep it in, I guess, the mattifying section because I'm running out of room. I also have a light correcting serum primer I'm going to keep back here from Catrice. And then this is almost gone. This is one of my absolute favorite primers ever. This is from VDL. It's their Lumalayer Primer Fresh. It's an illuminating primer. It's hydrating. I definitely don't have room in my illuminating section, so again, I'm just going to pop it back here with the mattes. I will be through that pretty soon, so it won't be in here very long. Alright guys, so this is the finished drawer. I will show you now all the primers that I decided to get rid of. Now, I know this still is pretty chaotic, but I do like to rotate through the products that I use in videos, which is the only reason that I can justify having so many primers. But this is definitely a little more organized than it was, and my backups are a little less kind of clustered back there, and I can kind of see where everything is. I was starting to really chuck everything in there without having a place for it. Now it does have a little bit more organization, so I'm very happy with that. Now I'm going to share with you guys what I got rid of. Alright, so here is what I decided to let go of. I have an Estee Lauder primer. I really never use this. This is called the Smoother. I'm getting rid of this CoverGirl illuminating primer. You guys saw how many illuminating ones I have. I just need to let some of them go. Same reason I'm getting rid of this Amazing Cosmetics Glow Primer. Now, I love this primer from Ofra. This is the Cucumber Primer, but this is the old packaging, and they do have a new one, and I think I have it somewhere in my skincare collection. So I'm going to get rid of this older one. Also getting rid of some of my older Laura Mercier primers because they did send the new line of primers, and I'm going to use those instead. I have some really old stuff laying here, like the Estee Edit primer that is definitely expired. This is the MD Measurable Difference primer. I never used this. It's also quite old. I have the old Professional from Benefit. I have a Brighter Days primer from Tarte. I actually really liked this, but again, I think it's like 3 years old. I have the Smashbox Vlada Petal Metal Primer. Again, I think it's like 2 years old, and I just have better options to use now. I'm actually going to keep this MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base. I didn't know that it was in here, but I'm getting rid of the MAC Prep and Prime in the stick form. And then there's just a couple others in here. This is the Bare Minerals Good Hydration. I just don't use it. Another Estee Edit primer, and the Stay Matte from Rimmel, which is not my favorite line. So it's not the most drastic declutter in the world. I've definitely done bigger declutters, but I got rid of a few sprays and a lot of primers and made room to kind of be able to use the products that I have now a little bit more efficiently without having to dig through so many products. That's basically the goal of these declutters. And this kind of did help to calm me down during this time. Again, I'm sorry I'm not showing my face. I'm just really stressed out, as I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy declutters, then please give this video a thumbs up. My next on my list, I think, is my foundation drawer. This is absolute chaos. It's kind of the same situation. A lot of things sitting on top of each other. It's kind of hard to see behind what I have going on here. So if you want to see that, give this video a thumbs up. And go ahead and leave me a comment if you want to talk about anything. I'm always here to chat with you guys. But again, thank you for watching and for hanging out with me. Don't forget to enter if you want to win these setting sprays. And hopefully I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.